Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Kenshi, shall we? Continuing with our Complete Beginner's Guide, and let's just check in with everybody. Rain is over here at our base, working on stuff. Producing materials, let's go ahead and speed it up. Kang is over here, also working on making stuff. Atto is mining. Soto is operating the machine. Ruka is mining. Hotlongs is working on copper. And Tutorial Dude is now over here working because must be out of all the good stuff. So as we develop our base, let me go back to it right here. You can see that we have cactuses growing, but there's some things that we need to perfect this. So we have, our cactus storage. We can quickly just upgrade this for 10 cactuses. I could just click upgrade, and then what they'll do is they will expand the cactus farm. Now, what you have to do, you click on your cactus farm, and you click upgrade, and it'll tell you how many cactus it will take. Make sure if you're upgrading your cactus farm, or any farm for that matter, that you actually have enough materials, because if you don't, they're not going to be really growing and harvesting until you finish the upgrade. Now, in this case, they'll just come over and add these from the cactus storage. Like, it's not a problem for them to, grab these and add this on here and expand this farm. And you'll see that it will go all the way up. And we did it. And so this is growing, and it's at 66%. We've got 42 plants. Plant condition is 100%. Everything's great. Now, the issue is our well is god-awful. So I'm going to go over to research, and I'm going to go into farming, and what we want is a better well. Is this in industry? Yes. Okay, wells 2. So you can upgrade to wells 2, and it doesn't really... Let me make sure about this. Yeah, so it doesn't look here like anything special happens, but it's a huge upgrade to get a better well. So we want to definitely prioritize that. So I'm going to have Tutorial do, we've got, 1,600 cats. Let's just go back into town. And see if we have anything to sell. We have a bunch of bandanas. And this is great. I'm going to get all this copper. Do we have any iron? No. Okay. We need some books. How many research books do I have? I don't have any. I have 1. So we need to get some more research books. And let's just talk to our dude over here. Welcome back. Show me your goods. Pause. If you don't turn off jobs and you have it on fastest speed, they'll run away so quickly, but this is okay. We sold everything. See, we're up to 4,300 again. And then we just click floor up, and we scroll backward to get back to our base until we can see the roof of our base like this. And we'll just select this box and start selling everything here. All these standard bandanas that we've got. And now we're up to 6,400 and feeling much better. Now I'm going to buy some research books. I'll buy 10. Great. And then I'm going to go to research, and I'm going to click wells 2. Oh. Right. It says not enough artifacts, but that's just because they're not in the bench. So let me see. We don't really need storage boxes for farming, but you do get a water tank. Actually, water tank is good. So let's do that. Let's go over here, and let me go down on the floor. Click over here. Turn off. There. And we're going to go wells 2, storage boxes, farming. Let's see. Corpse disposal will be useful when we get our base larger. We have to have desert cooking so that we can turn our cactuses into chew sticks to make food. All right, so let's unpause it and get to some research here. I got to turn jobs on. Actually, before I do that, I lied. I'm going to go run over and do research, but let me see if they've got any fabric to buy. Let me speed that up. All right, what you got? Pause. Yeah, maybe I think I already bought the fabric for today. They do have cactuses, though, which I'll buy out. I'm growing cactuses, so it might seem odd, but we want to expand the cactus farm as big as possible, and you need cactuses to do that. And then we want to start practicing making chew sticks. All right, so I'm going to turn off jobs, and here we go. We're going to research right away. So we are working currently on Wells 2 and having a great time. Let's see how things are going here. I'm just going to click on some of these boxes. You see we have 6 building materials stored up. And we have 9 iron plates. Got a bunch of raw iron coming in. Our power should be okay. Yeah. We got power output 50. This thing is getting all the power it needs. Great. And we do have a bunch of torches built. We might want to build some more just to provide even more light for all of our activities. They're easy to build, and you want as much light as possible because people do terrible work in the dark. Like, so for example, how are we doing on this job, right? Is light negatively impacting our ability to process at the machine? Now, this actually looks okay, but let's have some more anyway. So I'm just going to push build, and I'm going to go to lights, and you can just build these torch posts. They only take 1 building material, so let's put one like right behind us over here. Just kind of see where people are standing, so we make sure that they have light very, very nearby. And confirm that, and unpause it. And they'll build this, and they take like 2 seconds. All right, so now we've completed Wells 2. And this is a tremendous accomplishment. Let me get over to our cactus farm here. And I have a well right here, and I can upgrade it for a building material and an iron plate. But you see how it takes power? This is the key. I'm going to upgrade it, and I'm going to unpause it. Check this out. Let's see what happens when they finish this well right here. Okay, we finished storage boxes too, so that's actually going to be also quite helpful. But let's just get this job done. And they're adding materials, and we're making our own materials. So this is easy peasy. We've got all this stuff. We don't even have to spend money upgrading it. But check out this well when it gets done. It's almost done. They're adding the iron plates to it. Here they come, adding the materials. Now all the materials are there. That's almost completed. Once these lines come off, we'll be done. Boom. Now look at this. This well, you see how now it says workers 0? This is what we're talking about. Well 2 is just going to, watch the bar. It takes power 8, so it's a lot of power, but it is going to automatically fill up water for us. So now we don't even have to have somebody worrying about cranking this well like before, which took forever. Now we have an automatic well. It's also more efficient. So even though it's dry and it's going to take it a while, it's there. Now we also want to go to building, and we're going to go to farming. And I'm going to build a water tank. I'm just going to have this so we can store extra water and just like kind of have a surplus. I'm going to build it right over here by the farm. I'm going to rotate it using the caret or the, greater than, less than keys, and I'll just put it like right there, and we'll just confirm it. And again, we don't have to worry about anything because what? This takes iron plates. Guess what? We've got that stuff. We actually might not have the iron plates. Oh no, never mind. We have a ton. Show them the gear. All right, tutorial dude's now back to working because we're through with all of the research that we were going to do. So at any point, you could, if you want to get better at like lockpicking, or combat, or get good with turrets, for example. This is actually pretty cool. You can build these training resources or facilities to work on that. I'm not too huge into it right now, but it's definitely something we could think about. Now, at this point, we pretty much have everything. We can't do advanced cooking quite yet with just cactuses, I don't believe, but let's see, anything else that we want to make? This is fine. And I'll knock out corpse disposal too. So corpse disposal allows you to incinerate dead bodies, and you might think like, well, why would you need to do that? Once we put walls around our base and people start invading us, if they die within the walls of our base, their bodies will just sit there, and they attract animals and other things that we don't want. It's unsightly. So you can just have an incinerator for the people that perish, and drop them in there, and then keep your base nice and tidy. It's a necessary step. You can also just pick up unconscious people and drop them outside your town, which is super important. Now check this out. I'm going to go over to this and show you this. Atto is actually farming right now. So Atto is operating machine, which is really just this cactus farm. And Atto's skill, let's go to this. Look at this farming skill. It is god awful. So expect your first yields with cactuses to be terrible. And I mean terrible, because people aren't good. So you can watch him try to get cactuses and see if we get anything. You can see, are we getting any cactuses here? How we doing? And we got 2. So every once in a while, Atto is getting some. But we want to keep making this bigger, and we want to make more cactus farms, because we're going to be bad at this, and you need a lot to feed everybody. So we're just going to try to keep stockpiling cactuses. That's why I keep buying them whenever they're available. But you can see, farming already level 2. Harvesting speed, terrible, and yield is at like 50%. So it's like 1 out of every 2 of these things that we try to get is not going to work. So we're getting half the yield at, double the time to do it. It's bad. But we're leveling up. That's the game. You can also put somebody else on this duty to speed this up, and I think I actually might. So what's everybody doing? Okay, I'm going to actually just say, why don't you work on this, and I'll put it even above. I'll put this above iron, and so Ruka should come over and work on it there. So now we have 2 people working on it. It'll just go faster. Got crossbow turret strings done. Another thing that we want to build over here, now that we're getting this done, you can check out our cactus storage. Look at that. We've got 6. God, that's good. I'm going to pause it. Build. All right, you're going to go to food, and we can build a cooking stove. And the cooking stove, sadly, must be placed inside a building. And this is when things get a little bit complex. And so I'm going to not build the cooking stove, because you could build it on top of a building or inside a building. But I want to avoid having buildings that are base for right now. And the reason is, you'll see, but I want us to be stronger. If I were to build a base, gangs that come and raid you have a tendency to want to use that base. And so they'll just hang out inside your building until you get them out. And it's really annoying if you don't have a strong force. You can hire mercenaries and things like that to help you clean it out. But to avoid that, what we're going to do is simply focus on just getting cactuses right now, and we can build a cooking stove, but at our main base. and then just cook our chew sticks here and transport them until we're good enough at our base to fortify it with walls and crossbows, and our people can stand up to an invasion so that we don't have to worry. So I'm just going to go to food, and I'm going to go to cooking stove, and we can just kind of put this right here. So that if we want, we can have that. Now, he doesn't have any building materials because we don't have any iron plates, which we'll get. How many does it take? 2? No problem. Now it's daytime, and what are we researching currently? Corpse disposal. Okay. In the meantime, while we're doing that, I'm going to take tutorial dude. I'm going to turn off jobs. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to look at that. God, that's a lot of copper. I'm going to pick up all the copper, and everything here looks fine. I'm going to run over to the general store and buy all the fabric and stuff to continue raising our armor crafting. Corpse disposal is not a top priority. Now, the reason it's not is because I'll buy 2 iron plates just to build the stove. And I'll sell all this copper. The reason it's not a priority for us, we got 2 cactuses to buy. Because we don't have walls. Alright, we have about 6,000. How we doing? Let me check everybody over here. How we doing on food? How's our food storage doing? It's doing amazing, actually. Okay, so just a heads up. I'm pretty sure we're going to go to... I'm going to push T to open up this screen. We're going to go to faction. Nothing's coming. But when and if the Shek come over for their tribute, immediately we need to take out all of the food items and put them in backpacks. Because they'll take it. So we got to just watch out for that. They'll tell you, though. You'll get a warning when that's going to happen. But we just want to be wary of that. All right, tutorial dude is done here. So then I'm just going to turn on jobs again. And he'll go, and what's he going to do? Going to finish the research, which is fine. Click on this. Well, actually, just click on research, I guess. Yeah, or you can see it up here in the upper right. Now, while that's happening, let me go over here back to the farm and see how it's doing. So, with the farm, what happens is, let me get it on the screen. They will work on the farm. There's some output here. You see we have 26 cactuses, but it's going to just grow by itself. So they take everything off, and it's down to 2%. So once this fills up again, we'll get more plants. Now, we could upgrade this again to make it extra large, which we're going to do. Because we have the extra cactuses. And then we'll make another cactus farm as well. Check this out, by the way. Our well is getting water, so we're okay in terms of watering everything. Show them the gear. Tutorial dude's researching. As soon as he is finished researching, before I make bandanas, I'm going to fly over here and just make this cook stove. Now, when you finish your... at this point, I'm going to make this, but you need to think about who you might want to have be your chef. It's not like, end of the world deal breaker, but I don't really want tutorial dude to be the chef because he's going to be staying in town a lot as our insurance policy. So I might have somebody else come from the main farm, take all the cactuses, come practice cooking, and then take it back. That kind of thing. All right, so now you can see that, look at this. Number of plants, 64. It's growing. The condition is good. Look at all the water. They're automatically just transporting the water. And then look at the well now. It's put all this water. Now, you can put somebody on the job of, let's just say Atto is already operating the well. Let's just put Chang on hauling to the water tank. So if this fills up, Chang will run over. I can move this over here, by the way. And then he'll just take everything from here into this water tank. And they should water this as just part of farming, and I don't really need to have anybody operate the well. Now, Kang is going to run over here every time this gets a barrel, which, kind of annoying, but it's okay. Now, Atto, I believe, has operating machine well, too. I don't think we need anybody to do that. I think it just does it at this point. You can see the cactuses coming in. How many cactuses do we have left? 16? You can't make this any bigger, but what we can do is build another cactus farm. Takes 10 cactuses, 20 cactuses. All right, let's start small. And I'm just going to kind of put it right here next to the other one. And I'm going to rotate it so it's just really, really close by this. And, you know, we're like getting good fertility. There we go. Confirm. All right, so now we have another one. And this one, we have to put our farmers on it as well. So Atto is operating this one, but we're also going to say operate that one. And then who's the other farmer? Was it Ruka? Yeah, go ahead, get on there. Let's see. Wait. Atto. Here, I got to put this above that, though. So Atto will come, take water. Yep, you see, took water from the water tank, put it over here, and it's going to start growing 1%. Good to go. Let me go to Tutorial Dude is making bandages. That's good. Let me look at Ruka, and let me just put farming above iron resource as well. Just make sure the farming is happening. How we doing, Tutorial Dude? 42 Armor Smith? Great. Okay, warning. Bandit raid. Moving towards your outpost. Okay, so here's what we want to do. And we have Materials Trader. Materials Trader is good. Bandit Raid, not as good. Now, sometimes it can be funny if they come at the same time, because they will fight each other. So let's go back to the base. They're coming. So I need to select somebody over here who's got a backpack. Okay, like Ruka, for example. And I'm going to just I'm going to hedge my bets a little bit. And what I mean by that is I'm going to take some of this food and put it in over here, so that if they decide to steal from Ruka, they shouldn't go into her backpack. But if they do, then, you know, we've got a little bit of a backup. And then if they take from here, Ruka's got stuff. So unless they take from every single thing that we have, this should be okay. I'm going to actually take this whole stack. All right. There we go. And, you know, it'll be fun. We'll get our toughness boosted. And let's see how many bandanas we got. Did we get anything above standard? Not yet. So remember, you can always just go to push T, go to crafting. We're making bandanas. Mouse over this, and you can see we only have a 4% chance to crit higher than standard. That's because we need to get to 60 to get to the next quality level. And so we're right at 42. So our chance of getting a crit is incredibly low, but that's okay. And then Tutorial Dude, what are you doing now? He's going to go operate the machine probably, which we don't want to do. Let me turn off jobs for the moment. Fine, Tutorial Dude, go back over here. Good. And let's get all the copper out that we've got. Gosh, our copper people are getting better and better and better. I could take these cactuses over, too, if I want to expand the cactus farm, which I probably will do. Gonna run over here. But I'm gonna wait till the raid's over. I don't want Tutorial Dude to get banged up. Alright, let's go ahead and sell. And I'll sell all of this, including, let me go back. Where's my bandanas? Dude, I need to sell you my bandanas. Alright, fine. Sometimes it goes right to him, sometimes it doesn't, but this is okay. All right. Great. So now we're back up to 13,000. And I feel much better. And I'm just going to say, okay, tutorial dude, I'll just put you back on jobs until the ruffians come. Now you can check actually, and the Black Dragon ninjas are coming, so you can see when the game announces things. You can go to the faction tab and see the upcoming events. So the Black Dragon ninjas are going to attack our outpost, and the Hive traders are going to come to our outpost. The Hive traders are great; they have good stuff. Remember, all of your cats are shared between everybody, so you can just spend money at whatever location you're at with any of your characters, and it just pulls from your cash. The ninjas are no joke. They're going to beat the tar out of us, but that's okay. Let me see here. How many, yeah, we don't have very many extra, but you can see that, like, we've got our storage here is filling up, looking good. Okay, 4. These are watered. These are good. 13%, 41%. Fantastic. Now, once we start getting more building materials, we can build walls just to start framing our base. We don't have to worry about enclosing it at the moment, but we can just start to give a shape to it. You want to make it big. At least I like to have it rather large so that if there's any more resources, and here comes the bad news. All right, so here comes the, oh no, these are the traders. Okay. Well, they're coming first. Okay. So they say, we brought you wares, no hives. And this is what also can happen when you open a base. It's not all bad. Like, they have stuff to sell you. So we'll just take Rucka over, and there's one of them, the one that's talking, that you can interact with. Notice how if I mouse over all these other Hive members, then nothing happens. Like, there's nothing I can do. I can right click, but that's it. But then if you find their leader, they usually are marked like this. They have like a backpack with a roof, maybe a hat, something cool, and they're the one talking. And you just right click with the dialogue bubble, and your person will come over, and you say, okay, show me the wares just like normal, and see what they have. So what they have is actually not as good as I was hoping for. Sometimes they have better stuff. We don't really need to buy plates or materials for building that. You know, these legs is good if somebody loses a leg, I guess, and you want to replace it. Right now, we don't need that. I'll buy the fabric because we always need that. I'll buy a medical kit. Fine. Just to trade with them a little bit. And you could sell back to them, but we don't really have anything that we want to sell. So we just say, okay, thanks. And get back to our business. And then they leave, and then they're going on their way. And what's all this business over here? Dust Bandit Camp. Right. So the Dust Bandits live right over there. That's why they come mess with us so often, but that's okay. Eventually, we can just wipe that out once we get strong enough. All right, so we're about to get knocked around here, I believe, by some... Yep, here they are. Friendly guys and gals. These are the Black Dragon Genin. They're outfitted and going to raid us. This guy says this place better have good loot. We don't, unfortunately. We are a cactus farm, so, well, this will be interesting to see how badly this goes. Now they're talking about their plans, so they're consolidating, but look how many of them there are. This will be quite a formidable force to defend. there's nothing to do. We can't really interact with them. Let's just speed it up and get this over with. And here they come. And okay, our people are not on passive, so they will fight back. But this will not be. This will be quick, and we will get destroyed. Now, Ruka is actually in an interesting position where, she could do okay. In the sense that it's one-on-one, but you see this guy's just attack skills are so much higher. Better equipment, better everything. So they're going to knock us down, and the raid ended. So that's favorable that the raid is over. And you can see they just march away. So let's see, did they empty this? They did. They took everything out of the food storage. And let's see. But they took nothing out of Ruka's backpack. So good to know. So just note that for the future that those raiders, they do steal from your containers. They didn't take any of our iron plates. They didn't take stone or building materials. They did not take cactuses. They just took the food. Which, okay. And the nice thing is, we have some food left on Ruka. So we'll just keep the food in our backpacks. And we should be alright. Now, I'm going to say, Tutorial Dude, do you still have those cactuses? You do. I'm going to have Tutorial Dude run over here to the outpost. And just start patching people up. And drop off the cactuses. It's scary. But, when they don't have a place to stay, they just stop by, they raid, they take what they can, and they're out. Alright, and Tutorial Dude, get in here and just be that medic. Looks like Kang already got up. Oh no, that's Rain that is up. And then now Rain's gonna also patch everybody else up. We need to build some more sleeping bags over here. I'll get on that. And you can see, look at this. Let's take a look. Ruka has 22 toughness. Soto's at 20. Atto's at 22. Kang's at 28. And Rain the Giant is now at 6. So people are, trying to get better. And Ruka wants to go be a medic. That's funny. Atto is getting, worked on. And is okay, just is in a recovery coma. Now, let's see who's the worst for where. Ruka has an arm problem. So I'm just going to go ahead and just say, why don't you sleep? And how are you doing? You're healing up. Bray's stomach got wrecked. Let's see. Where's Tutorial Dude? He's here. Did you drop off those cactuses? You did. That's amazing. And then, can you pick up Atto and then drop off there? Good. And then, can you splint injuries? Don't have a splint kit. But you know who does have a splint kit is Ruka. So, it's a big one too. Can I just give this to Tutorial Dude? And then, I don't... Usually people nearby can eat out of the other person's backpack, but I don't know if that works in this instance when the person is knocked out. But we'll see. Let's see. So I'm going to push and go to faction, and nobody's coming. So we can probably put the food back in here. Now you've got the splint kit. Can you splint the injuries here? There you go. And then can you... oh, Atto doesn't need anything. What about... Do you need injuries splinted? No. Yep. Kang does, so go ahead and splint that. And then what about Soto? Yep, splint Soto. I'm going to run over here. And I'm going to go into Ruka's inventory again. And I'm going to... Actually, tutorial dude. Just give this back to Ruka. And then I will take these for tutorial dude. And we'll just put these in the proper place. And I'm actually going to take all of this food and put it in the bin so the other people can eat if, you know, they need to. While Ruka is recovering. Good. And then come over here and drop off these cactuses, tutorial dude. And just like that. And then on this smaller farm, let me just click on this thing. Sometimes it's hard to target the farm. You have to wait till it just gives you that, like, pickaxe icon. Here it is. And then we'll upgrade it like that. And then tutorial dude doesn't have any jobs at this site, so he won't do them. Remember that even if you have tutorial dude have his jobs on, they're all back in Squin. And Squin is so far away, it's kind of like outside of the game's loading block. So he won't do them unless you get closer to the town. Everybody else here, though, will go ahead and do the work. They're hurt. It's going to take a while. The arm here... Oh, okay. Bandit demands are moving toward the outpost. All right. So in that case, who's up that has a backpack? Kang. All right, Kang, come over here. Let me just take the food out. And you could see people already did go and eat. Like, immediately. Okay. And tutorial dude's back here, but... Let me go check on our situation here. I might need to have somebody drop off more food. It'll be interesting. What you always want to do is just kind of cycle through your people and look at their hunger. You know, it's like, okay, it's got the upper arrow. That means they just ate recently. All these people ate. That's why the food went down. And these people are okay. So we're not bad. If you see that hunger going like way down here at the bottom and it's not going up, check your food. If there's no food, you need to immediately go get food or people are going to not be pleased. All right, and then I'm going to turn off tutorial dude's jobs, run back in here. We got another, like, ton of copper, which is amazing. And let me go over to the general store. And let's go ahead and trade. Show me what you got. Oh my gosh, look at all this. It's beautiful. They've got cactuses, they've got cotton, and they've got fabric. Oh man, it brings a tear. I mean, an actual tear to the eye. And then we'll go over to the bar. Our money isn't, you know, as good as it could be, but it's getting there. All right, and I'm going to buy all this. This is super expensive to buy all of these meat wraps, but they do feed a shek basically for the whole day, I believe, or near that. So it's a fantastic food stuff to have. How much food do we have in here? Okay, good. We have some. I'm going to take out this stack here. Actually, I'm just going to dump in like 4, arrange this. This is enough for everybody in this building. We can go drop off the rest of this stuff in a moment, but I'm going to turn on my jobs and just get to making bandages. And by bandages, I guess I mean bandanas. Check out, we're at 42 Armorsmith. Good, they finished the medium cactus farm. Fantastic. We can go check on that. Oh, they want us to, you know, give all of our stuff to them, which we're not going to do. I wonder if they're going to beat up the people who are in the bit. Probably. They're not nice. Okay, how are we doing? 84% here and 23% here. That's great. We have 7 cactuses on storage. And they're going to be like, hey, pay the price. We're not going to pay it. They're just going to beat us up. I know, I know. No, we don't. You want all my money. All right, they're fighting. I'm going to have Ruka get up. I just don't care. We're going to all fight these chumps. One day, we're going to beat these guys away. Actually, we're not doing horribly, and we are doing horribly, but did we get any of them? Not yet. We'll get there. Once we start making enough money that we can give our people good armor and such. Now, I wonder if these are hungry bandits. I wonder if they're going to fight these. Oh, look, the hungry bandits are asking them for food, so they're going to go fight each other, which is pretty amusing. And here we are, beaten to a pulp, but if we go around, look at this, 20, 22, 28, 8. Well, it's pretty similar. We didn't get that much, but we'll get there. Everyone, I hope you're still finding this series to be helpful. We are getting cactus farms going. We're going to start actually cooking them at some point, and we're continuing to just kind of like build up our base. We got ourselves an amazing well. We have this water storage happening, and maybe we should start considering the construction of walls just to show you what that's like and fight people back a little bit harder with some crossbows. Take care, everybody.